Oh, whoa. It's that time. So, burning this sage and then some cedar, clear the energy around me, and then cedar for the energy, my mind, clear my mind. Well, anyways, I want to say, Buju, Gigi Manadu. That's our creator, the kind and gentle one. That's the way I learned it, So there's Gigi Manadu, then Gigi Manadu. So kind and gentle one. I like that one better. Or, you know what I mean? Whatever. It's not better than anything else, but it's the way I learned. It made me realize that these ways are not to be fearful of them, because the creator is kind and gentle. But anyways, so I said, hello, creator. Majana Quad Indigo, Red Cloud, Sunset in the West, Mukwa and Dundame, Bear Clan, Obashing and Dunjaba, Panema is where I'm from, Oh, and then Majana Quad Indigo, the indigo means the spirits know me as, so Red Cloud. I like to start my day off too. So when I smudge down, I call it my 7 deadly sins. And I broke the word sin down into S.I.N.S. So something I need seriously. Creator, help me walk in a good way today. You know what I mean? And I rub it all over my body, Help me feel in a good way today. And I rub it go over my head with it. Help me think in a good way today. Go across my ears with it. Help me hear in a good way today. And then I go in my eyes. Help me see in a good way today. On my nose, smell in a good way today. And help me over my mouth, help me talk in a good way today. That's 7 right there. Kind of goes in line with the 7 teachings too. So all that's all aligned right there. I'm gonna do this water song too. So I'm gonna smudge this down. But a friend of mine, I've known him for a while now, 16 years, and he owns some mental health. He's in the mental health field, and he owns them therapy places like that, and he's a real good guy, man. He's a mentor to me. So I was telling this story about the spirit retrieval thing I did recently, and then releasing all that stuff, like the 5th step of AA talks about, and getting it out. Because it wasn't until I truly spoke it out and released that energy out of me, you know what I mean? The vibrational energy, by speaking it out, that it actually released from me. And not even a couple days later, everybody was like, wow, look at you, man, you're just glowing. I said, that's right. So anyways, going through ceremonies and what do you call it, AA meetings, treatment, whatever. It's all good. It's all good stuff. So ceremony brought out what I needed to talk about, and it was a shake tent ceremony, and the brother was talking about, you don't even need to, tell me about what's going on with you. Just keep your eyes open, and the Creator will see into your heart. And he said, most of you guys will probably have dreams tonight too. And then that night I dreamt, and I was stuck in that dream. And you know how you're in them dreams where you can't get out of it and you're just fighting, and so that pushed me to deal with it. So a good thing though, this was my biggest fear, letting people see that, and me coming to acceptance of it, you know what I mean? Truly believe we're all here for a reason, and that was just certain things that we needed to deal with, is all the stuff that we're dealing with in our lives. That's why we're here, to deal with that, so our spirits can be better. But anyways, so did that, and then if I have any questions about what's going on with me, I'll ask somebody. My lady over at the NAC, Native American Community Clinic, Renee Bulio Banks, has helped me a lot. She knows the native ways, and then she also knows the psychology side of it too. So them two together is crucial for me, knowing how the brain thinks and then being spiritual. So, but there's nothing wrong with using both sides of that. And my homeboy's got this tattoo. He's got a river going down the middle. One side's the city, city skyline. Other side is how much trees and nature. So my interpretation of that, it's probably not his, but we learn from both sides, nature, and then over here in this society. But all that together brings us right down the middle, and that's the red road. So instead of black or white thinking, down the middle, fight or flight, and let's go down the middle. And my biggest teacher has been, what is this teaching me? No matter anything in life, what does this teach me, and what am I supposed to learn from this? That keeps me going down the middle too. So I was actually going over to see Renee about some anger issues, just some stuff when I think about, resentments and stuff for certain people in my life that I needed to resolve. And we're just sitting there, blah, 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 and it just came out. So, and she just wanted me to sit there and think about it, then we can brain spot it. That's what she does, brain spot, and that is so awesome for trauma. So anyways, then she said, just picture yourself in a wigwam or something. But anyways, all I could picture is me being in the sweat over behind the Indian Center over there, south side of Minneapolis. So I pictured myself sitting there, and the door is that way to the east, but this is the west, what we're looking at right now. So I'm sitting in the back of the sweat, and then the sweat door opens, and then here comes my little guy. Me, as a younger age, comes in, sits with me, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, man, what the hell is going on here? And then I'm telling her, she's guiding me through it, and then, he gave me a big hug, and I hugged him and this and that. And then he walked out, and then he just had this, while he was going out, he had this little smirk on his face and looked back at me, and the feeling was that everything's going to be okay. So I've been through a lot of visualization stuff, healing your inner child through Louise Hay. That's another big lady, or big person in my life to help me. So, and then Ho'oponopono, that's a Hawaiian thing, and this guy in there helps me with some stuff too. So, and it's just 4 little sentences too, but they do inner work too. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, and I love you. It's 3,000-year-old prayer, but it relieves negative energy. So, and but you can just see it, saying sorry, that's you taking responsibility. Please forgive me, repentance, whatever you call it. A thank you, being grateful, and then I love you. The end, where we're trying to get to that love for ourselves. So, and like I said, I've been doing that for years. But I was still drinking and smoking weed at the time. So, but it wasn't until I did that 5th step, relieve myself of that fear, and then that this happened. So, me personally, I truly believe I gotta be totally sober, with no mind altering anything, pills, medication, even weed, alcohol has been a thing. So, and that's what I need to be totally sober. So, and that's when I think that's when my spirit came back, because it took me a couple weeks to figure out what the hell was that, But she told me that was a spirit retrieval. You know, she didn't even know it was coming either, but she talked about it. But a couple weeks later, I messaged her. I was like, I had to think about it. I looked at how old my little guy was, my inner guy was. I said, man, he had to be about 10 or 11. And I remember the first time I got drunk was the Mike Tyson getting knocked out by Buster Douglas. That was in 89 or 88 or something like that. That was the first time I drank alcohol. And that's when she was like, yes, that's when you took that first drink of that bad Maji Manadu, that bad spirit, your little guy left, your spirit left you. And now I'm 46 now, you know, and came back. Like I said, I truly attribute that to me speaking out what I need to, the stuff that you think that you can take to the grave with you and you can't tell nobody. That's the stuff I'm talking about. So, and I've done that a couple times in this journey. So that has been so big for me. So, but I was talking about the guy with the mental health thing. He was the one that asked me. He was like, man, you should do that, man. That's so inspiring, you know. And starting to inspiring for him, and he's older than me. He's in his 60s. But also, I'm starting to feel whole, truly whole, not built up with any false feeling of voids or whatever you want to call it. But I just wanted to talk about that though. I had to deal with what I had to deal. I had to deal with what I had to deal with. You know what I mean? Also, I couldn't be truly happy. And ain't nobody gonna make you happy. Not a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. You know, them false sense of happiness, filling false voids when it's all in the inner work that you do, and you know what I mean? Looking in that mirror and say I love you and feeling it. You know, and another biggest thing too is when I've changed my negative thinking is positive gratitude, you know, the gratitude. Thinking about everything I have, you know, I have the shoes on me, I can walk, I can breathe today, I can think good today. Creator bless me with food, you know, all the little things that I got a place to sleep, you know, I ain't out in the cold, you know. Just thinking about that in the morning and at night, you know. Wake up and start your day off like that, but that's awesome though. Take some practice. Everything we do is habitual, negative or positive. So, other than that, miigwech. Just another Majana Quad Indigo production. I hope.